God, it's gorgeous in here. Oh my God, it's gorgeous here. T. Haven't seen you in so long. Dang, look at this service. Y'all on it.
I ain't taking my shades out.
Oh, you can do whatever you want. You the superstar, man. All right, and you already know what to do with this.
Because I haven't seen you since when? Since
I think the last time I saw you, I probably did an interview with you at my house.
Right.
Yeah. Well, at the studio. I like to say the studio.
Right, the studio.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I know. Look at you representing. You almost look like you knew I was gonna interview you.
Well, yeah, man, I'm always afraid. I know you.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, dude, like, life is just so short. Like, I just like to take advantage of every moment.
Right.
You know,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
I feel like I'm such an entrepreneur at heart that everything I do, I gotta be documenting it.
Right.
It's been a crazy 2024.
Right.
2024 was like my waking up. You know, like, okay, what do I really want? Stop playing small.
Right.
You know, and I feel like to some people they look at me like, oh wow, you're playing big, but you know, I think once you get to a certain tier, you want to play bigger.
Yeah, you want to go larger.
Right, and it's not so much like money. I just want to help people more, and I want to be able to have more choices. And when I feel stuck, and serve more.
Yeah, serve more, and then serve more, and then also being able to have more freedom at the same time.
Exactly.
And that's what I want too. It's just you have to work your way out. You know, you have to work through the hurdles of the pitfalls of you hear, but then you.
Awesome, thank you. I'll let you look at the menu before we get into it.
Right.
The waters and thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'm getting the birria tacos with the rice and beans.
Okay, I'm probably gonna get I'm probably gonna get like some enchiladas. Dirty man, look. When I tell you that I am like really, really proud of the work that you have done.
Oh, T.
What you've been at. I mean, when I tell you that all the time, and I'm constantly rooting for you. I'm constantly talking for you and speaking about you and putting sending your name and your company to people, and it's just like to me because it's too many people that don't want to see their friends and people they know in place of positioning and meaning and winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so when you have those people like that, you have to guard yourself of those people.
Yeah.
You know, and so I only want to have people around me that's going to push me into my next destiny.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's not always you're not always going to get. Sometimes they have to tell you the real deal. You got to do more. You have to, and sometimes it stings. You know.
Yeah.
But you have to. Okay, yeah, they're right. I gotta make some adjustments.
Right.
Because no one is going to save you. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So, but we can help each other by help moving each other and just.
Right. Yeah.
You know, pushing each other, and then it's like, hey, there's nothing wrong with promoting someone or helping someone. Hey, check. Watch what they do.
As long as it's a mutual benefit, you know,
right.
And you're not helping someone to cripple them or enable them, you know, because you can help someone so much where they don't even want to do it themselves. You're doing it because you believe in them more than they believe in themselves, you know. But yeah, like I'm all about collaborations right now, all about partnerships, and you know, I'm getting to the point where I don't want to do it alone. I never wanted to do it alone. I always just felt like I could do it much better than anybody else can do it. But now I'm starting to realize that, okay, I'm the idea person, you know, and I can hire people, you know, as long as I make sure they get what they want, then I can get what I want as well, you know.
And then also it takes some of the stress off of you. It
does.
It takes stress off of you because you're like, oh, I ain't gotta do that.
Exactly.
It's like I know it's handled.
Oh yeah.
You know, and so it's
not gonna be perfect like you want it, but somebody else can bring their flavor to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes people bring ideas that you didn't have.
Right.
That you didn't think about. And you're like, oh shit, okay.
Right, exactly.
I didn't think of that.
Exactly.
You know, it's one of those things where you just you know, when you decide, and because you are, because you are a true entrepreneur, you understand that's what it takes.
Yeah.
You have to be able, you have to be willing to pass the baton and pass certain delegate. Mm-hmm. You know, delegate certain responsibilities to other people, and
right.
you know, and it's just depending on what you're doing. Sometimes you're able to do it, sometimes you're not, depending on how things go, budgeting wise. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the same thing for me as a filmmaker, as a director. Mm-hmm. That's you know, there are some things that I have to do myself, and you know, there are things I have to. You know, other people. Oh, damn! I see him looking at me.
You know what you're getting?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was talking too much.
It's all good. God, this place is gorgeous. I feel like we're in Miami.
Thank you. Miami's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this place is.
And you said you've never been here before?
I've never been here before. I just I heard about it, and as I have a list of places that I wanted to go. Mm-hmm. Never been. So this is my first time here.
And when you call it Bedora? What is it?
Is that how you pronounce it?
Bedora.
Yeah,
Bedora.
Yeah, I've never.
Video.
Yeah, I've never been here.
Oh my God, these chips are good. Are they good?
These are good. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having this meeting with me and having lunch. We haven't seen each other in years, right?
A long time.
A long time. But we've been friends for how long? A long time. A long time. I knew you had another movie out. Uh-huh. So you want to tell everybody who you are and what you do?
Right. I am Rhythum, Troy Hicks. What do you call it? my real name is Troy Hicks. I go by Rhythum as my artist name. I'm a filmmaker, musician, producer, director, cinematographer, screenwriter, all that kind of stuff. And so I have a new movie that's out now called The Wrong Choice. That's it's on Amazon Prime. It's also on Folsom TV. And so this is my third short film, but I also produced a feature, which is a friend of mine. It's called The Producer's Chronicle. It's out too. Mm-hmm. It's on Tubi.
Okay.
As well, yeah. And so I'm actually in the process of writing 2 movies, a feature film. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you the name of it, but I'm excited about that. And
That's awesome.
And also another short that I'm doing.
Oh wow! Did we order that? Okay, watch that camera right there. Good. Oh, did we order that?
I think so.
Oh, you're so silly. Oh, I love you. Do we need to make room?
Hello, followers. Do you know this music?
Hey,
Be humble.
get a little down.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Be humble.
Yeah.
Sit down.
I love it.
Say to you, love.
Yeah. There we go.
Bye, follower. We love you.
What the hell did we order?
I have no idea what this is.
I don't know. It looks like some Hawaiian.
It's on an island.
I mean,
I need to take a picture of it.
So
Okay.
followers again.
what's your name?
Sam.
Sam. Awesome. Oh my God. Oh, you want to say prayer?
Go ahead.
You gonna say it?
You can say it.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this time together with a good friend. Thank you for the opportunity to discuss and talk about our lives and to live our life. In your name we pray, amen. Thank you for this food. Amen. Bye.
Amen.
Say bye.
God knows. He knows your heart.
See you later.
Be back with you later.
I know, right? So as you notice, we are back and we had to change locations because we really wanted to enjoy our food, and so we didn't want to keep stopping and starting and eating, and the guy kept on coming, taking our order. I mean, by the way, that place is amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and put the information of Badora. It was your recommendation.
Yeah, Badora. I ain't never been there either.
Yeah, Badora. So yeah, we're here in front of the famous Cinemark, and we're here once again with my good friend, Rhythum Hicks. And you've been doing music for how long?
Ooh, yeah, music. I've been doing music. I've been doing music since the early 2000s. But I transitioned from doing music to film, quite after, from like 2017, 18.
Yeah. Who do you make your music for? I've heard you listen to some of your music on the way here.
Right.
And who do you make your music for, and who inspires you?
I make my music for particularly for the R&B lovers.
Okay, all right.
R&B. I'm hoping the ladies like this R&B. Everybody is mostly inspired by Michael Jackson, of course. Me,
right?
Personally.
Yeah.
I was always inspired by him. But even today, now I'm inspired by like what Chris Brown is doing right now.
Chris Brown. Okay. Yeah.
Right now he's doing like really next level music.
Right.
It's really engaging. It's creative. It's mood. It makes you feel something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so to me, and the R&B, I like Tank too.
Tank.
Tank. Okay. And of course, but I'm inspired by Babyface.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Classics.
Babyface, and when it comes to songwriters, Smokey Robinson, Babyface.
Yes.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, those producers.
Yeah.
Timbaland.
Right.
But those guys, even people like Jermaine Dupri, I'm inspired by all those guys.
So you like producing music more than singing the music, or you like singing just as much as producing? Like, where is everything on the spectrum?
I actually like producing a lot more, I think. Producing? Yeah, because I like the creative process, just creating.
Right, yeah.
The creating process itself is fulfilling.
Right.
And of course, as a performer, you like performing. But,
right, yeah,
But to me, I like making something that it wasn't there, and all of a sudden you have something that's
right, there. Exactly.
Just the whole creative process is, I really dive into that.
Right. Exactly. So as far as movies, do you like directing more, or I mean, are you an actor too? Yeah, I am, but I haven't acted in any of my films yet. Why not? I mean, why not do the Spike Lee route? Well, the little candid. Well, you know what? The reason why. Or Tyler Perry, Right. Well, the reason why, because now that I haven't, because I've been really focusing on creating opportunities for other actors and other people, and that's why I hadn't done it yet, because I was just solely trying to. I want to give people a chance to show what they can do. You know what I'm saying? Because as an artist, I've been in videos, blah 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 blah. Right. And so I really wanted, as a filmmaker, I wanted to allow other actors and creatives for them to shine. And so that's the only reason why I haven't done it yet. Okay. Because I've been working on creating opportunities for other people. But there is something coming. I will be in something. Okay. So tell us about your latest movie. My latest movie is called The Wrong Choice, which is about a teen struggling with choices in life. He's a really talented graphic artist, but he's struggling with peer pressure from being with his friends and doing things that he shouldn't do. So that's pretty much what the film is about. Okay. So, yeah. Now, this is one thing that I love that I discovered about you in short films, because it inspired me to now want to at least try to attempt to make a short film. That a short film can be anywhere between 5 to maybe 20, 30 minutes or something like that? Yeah, actually, short films can be anywhere from, they can be anywhere from 1 minute. 1 minute, wow. You can make a 1 minute, 2 minute short film. That would be like a mini short film. It can be 2 minutes to 35 minutes long. Right, exactly. To a short, because actually, normally what's considered a short film, if it's under 35 or 40 minutes. Right, yeah. And anything longer than 45 minutes, that's considered a feature. Oh. So even if it's 50 minutes, that's a feature? Yes. Oh, wow. Yeah. So, I mean, this is inspiring, especially for anyone who is thinking about going into the film industry, whether you're acting, directing, being on a set, and you're just inspired to create a reel for yourself. You can create a short film, a 1-2 minute film. And I mean, how much work does it take to put into a 1 minute film? Not a lot, but it does take a lot of creativity. So I would only imagine the shorter the length, the more creative it has to be, because it has to grasp your attention like really fast, right?
You have to have a beginning, a
right,
middle, an end, and just like that.
Okay, yeah.
You know, but actually, if you break it down, if you think about sometimes like commercials are, right? There are some commercials that act in the sense of sometimes like short films.
Okay.
Because some of them have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Some of them have tell like real stories. They're not always just branding. Some of them do. Right. You know, there's very few of them that have that, but if you look at it from that standpoint, you know, then it's you think about it if you're creating, right? Okay. But also just like what I want to say about short films are that they're the best form for me, the where you could learn how to tell a story quickly, right? It can prepare you for writing if you want to write for TV, right? Because a lot of times the TV segments they're written in small segments. So like if it's a half-hour show, you know, you're gonna write the piece is gonna be like 15 and 17 minutes long. The rest is gonna be filled with commercials. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Right. Even though it's a different, you know. But another thing about short films and being a part of festivals, the film festival circuit, is that for me, film festivals could be good because to me it's the best form of like focus group that you could possibly have. I love that. Yeah. Because it's like because no one knows you. Right. So it's when you put your films in film festivals, you can gauge where you at as a writer, as a director, as an actor. Yeah. Because, and you're getting unbiased opinions from people who don't know you. Right. Exactly. So it can help gauge you where you're at. It can help. Okay. Well, you know, they liked it. Right. You know, I'll work on this part. I'll work on this. Someone can say this. So you actually learn. You can get feedback from people who don't know you, which is more authentic. Yeah. Which to me that's more helpful to your growth as a creative. Right. Because I always say you can't see the picture if you're in the frame. That's you know, right. Basically. So, you know, to have people who really don't know anything about you to give you, you know, peer constructive criticism is is so valuable because you're so close to what you do because you love it so much. It's almost like you're wearing blinders that you don't see it. So yeah, I see the reason why short films are so important in the stair steps to getting to the next level now. Right. In my mind, I thought, you know, short films was like just something they did in college. Or I guess I really didn't think about what short films was about, you know, but I didn't think that, you know, it was like a major thing. I mean, I mean, when I hear about all these film festivals around the country, I actually was thinking these were full-length films, but these are all like short films. Yeah, because here's the thing with the festivals, they they invite a lot of filmmakers to come out, right? And so they don't have a lot of time slots allotted for features. They may have a couple or a few, but they want to be able to grab people's attention with films and get people, you know, because a lot of times, if it's a new film, sometimes you're like, if you don't know the actors, they're like, I'm not gonna sit and watch this movie for 2 hours. Right. I don't know anything about these actors. But you're more successful to watch something that's, you know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Right. You know, from someone that you don't know. Right. Than opposed to a 2 hour or even hour and a half something. Right. And that's the whole key when it comes to like the festival. Okay. But the other part of making short films, there have been people who have made short films and then turned them into features. Wow. They've gotten picked up by someone that saw their short film, whether it was online or at a festival, and wanted them to produce a larger grand scale project, and they get picked up. So now my wheels are turning. So when people go to these film festivals, are there copyrights on these films that help protect their ideas? What if a director, inspiring director, see this and add their twist to it? You know? Well, what that is, each filmmaker doesn't they have to really just be responsible for that themselves.
Okay. Yeah.
Like if I write a film, I have to make sure that I do the copyright myself.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
so
is it necessary to do it? And,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and some people say, well, it's not. It's just short film. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, someone could take that exact piece,
Right.
you know, and go away with it. You
Yeah.
know? But even though sometimes ideas from genres, from movies and everything cross anyway. There's so much stuff that's really new anyway. You know? So it's just that particular work. That work is yours.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I think when most of those ideas come where they're replicating a previous film or they're remaking a film, I think that's when you're, you know, well off, you know, well established. I think that's when your creativity is stifled. You know, it ticks me off when they have like a Fast and the Furious 95. You know, I know I'm exaggerating, of course.
Right.
You know, we probably got a 14 for all I know.
Right.
But, you know, then Jurassic Park, you know, 4, 5, 6. You know, it's like, come on, just come up with something new.
Right.
Like, how do you feel about, before we go into your film, because I definitely want to get it into his film.
Right.
But, you know, for those of you who are watching, you know that my channel is all about, you know, bringing on creatives who are actually doing their thing, you know, despite, you know, the odds, or, you know, actually they got their work out there and they're making a name for themselves. And once again, we got Troy Rhythum Hicks, and I've been knowing him for years, and he's been doing his thing. And so if you're interested in film, make sure you pay close attention and make sure you check out the film we're about to talk about right now. So let's go ahead and dive into the film, because I don't want to take up too much time. I really want people to see your film, which is a short film.
Sure.
And this is your what film?
This is my third short film, but I produced I produced 4 films. I'm actually a producer on a feature film that's out too as well.
Okay.
And it's on Tubi right now. It's called The Producer's Choice.
Okay. And so the film we're talking about is called
The Wrong Choice.
I just don't want to see you lose yourself by being someone we both know you're not. With this whole tough guy bullshit.
Well, how's that working out for you right now?
Nigga, I don't fuck with that shit. I don't got no problem.
You got something?
Ask yourself which way you want your life to go. It's a simple choice. The path of your life is going to be determined by the choices that you make.
Don't you ever get tired of making the wrong choices?
Mama, huh?
Wrong Choice.
The Wrong Choice. And we already told you what it's about. And so what did it take to make this movie? You know, like, as far as like finding the actors, financing, you know, putting time on the side, like bring us from beginning to the end as quickly as you can. When did you start writing this script? Right. And then we'll go from there.
I came up with the idea for the story like years ago.
Okay.
But I didn't actually I changed it. I started writing it, and then I changed it, and I changed it again. I said, okay, all right, and then I stopped writing on it, and I was going to do a feature. I was working on a feature, and then I paused on that, and I started back on it again.
Okay.
And so I was like,
so
okay.
When you changed the film, you changed the storyline, or you changed the characters? What did you change about the film?
I changed like dialogue.
The dialogue.
I changed what was happening.
Okay, all right.
And so until I was satisfied with how I was going to start.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I started, and I don't like the way it starts. So anyway, after I finished writing it, I did a casting call. And I did a casting call online, and there were other production companies that were helping me cast my film without even knowing me.
Okay, that's all about networking.
Yeah. And so that's how. So they were able to. I was able to cast a couple of actors because the other people referred them to me.
Okay.
And that process and the casting process went really well.
Okay.
the actors, all the actors that I had were phenomenal.
Okay.
Very talented
That's
actors.
awesome.
Very pleasant to work with.
Right.
We had fun on set.
Now I watched the movie this morning because I wanted to freshen my mind,
Right.
and I actually bought it because we should always be supporting our local artists. So if you're looking to support Troy, go on Amazon right now. The film is $9.99 to purchase, and so you should have saw something in your inbox this morning saying you got 30% or however much Amazon takes. Okay, so I want to go through the characters. The main character was a young kid in high school. What's his name, and what was the audition like for him?
Jaden Clark played the lead, and his character name is Jaquan.
Okay.
And actually, what happened was I saw some of his demo reel.
Okay.
And he was in another film. And based upon that 1 minute clip that I saw him in, I knew that he was my lead guy.
Okay.
Because I said.
So did he have to go through an audition, or did you hire him directly?
No, actually, no one had to audition. Actually.
Oh, really?
I did. Yeah. No.
Oh, so you didn't have an open casting call?
Yeah. No. What I did, I had a casting call, but I let everybody know that I was looking for actors.
Right.
There was a casting call, but I didn't do an audition casting.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So you have to audition. And for me, sometimes I can tell if I see a person's demo reel, I can tell if they can pull a part off or not.
Okay.
And sometimes for me, I'm not someone who always likes to do table reads. Because sometimes I want it to be authentic. We get on set, this is how it is.
Okay.
And sometimes I let actors bring the life what the characters should be.
Okay. Right.
Now if they're struggling,
right,
then I come in, I step in, and hey, this is let's try this, let's do this.
Okay.
But filmmaking is a collaborative process.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm a director that I'm really engaged with my actors, and I let them help me tell the story.
All right. And so the mom would be what would her title be?
She was co-star.
The what?
The co-star.
The co-star. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she was star too.
Okay.
It was 3 stars. Jaden Clark. Missy Lee. And Kenan Gardner.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So the mom was phenomenal as well. I think I told you that was one of my favorites. Matter of fact, like I said, the dad was really good too. So nobody had to audition.
No one.
No one had to audition. You handpicked everyone, and they immediately accepted.
Right.
Awesome.
Right.
So when you have actors you're working with for the first time, because these are all first-time actors you're working with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they vetting you, or are they excited just to have somebody to be interested in them?
It's both. It's me because it's like because I get excited by working with talented people. So that drives me. So if I find people that are talented, that drives me.
Right.
So everyone was stoked to be a part of the project.
Nice.
So
awesome.
They were just excited to work with me as I was to work with them.
And how it should be, right?
Right. And so that made it even more
enjoyable, right?
Enjoyable, right, and engaging,
right?
And it helps to make sure that the story is told effectively,
right?
Because you got people that they down,
right,
and they really dug in to their parts, to their characters,
right?
And they would, like Jalen would call me, and he said, Troy, I got this idea. What do you think we should do? You like it? I'm like, hell yeah, let's go with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's true craftsmanship. I love when people, actually bring their ideas to the table. So what is your favorite part of the movie before we wrap up?
I think the end.
The end?
Yeah.
Yeah, the end? Okay, yeah.
We can't tell you the end, but I think it's the end.
We won't tell you the end, but we will tell you to go and check it out on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
Prime Video.
And also, you can also check it out on Fossen TV.
All right, guys. Well, this is your girl, always Tam Cam. Stay tuned for another video where I'm interviewing another creative. Until then, keep pushing forward and doing your thing. Stay on your hustle and keep creating. All right, guys. Take care. Bye. Wait.
Look at this.
God. Oh, I love that. Wow. What's your name?
Sammy.
Sam. Awesome. The food is amazing here. I haven't even tasted it yet.
I do that.
You made it?
No, I